What's going on, everybody? Deacon here, and from the title, let me say it again, please excuse my ignorance. Now, the reason why I'm making this video, because one of my favorite YouTubers, Wahama, made a video, just her morning tea videos, and like I said, I don't even like tea, but I like these videos, and she covered some good topics in this one. But there was one particularly at the end, it made me think of some certain things and remind me of how ignorant I was about just certain things that ladies deal with, especially when dealing with men in public. And like if a man approaches you or a man gives you a compliment or anything. So I had a conversation with my wife about it because I realized there was certain things I was ignorant about, but it was also something I was confused about. And then when my wife kind of, we talked about it, she kind of broke it down for me. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Because for those of you all who've been subscribed for quite some time, I did a video a few years ago just titled, Ladies I Think I Finally Understand, where when it comes to men approaching you in public and speaking to you, I can understand now why women have certain defenses or guards to avoid just the eye contact or avoid being approached altogether, because you got some weirdos out here. And then it also showed me why I personally take the speak, say good morning or whatever, and then keep it moving. Like, I don't do that, try to spark up a conversation just because I say one thing here or there. Now, if a lady starts a conversation with me, then okay, we can have the conversation and keep moving from there. But outside of that, nobody. I do not speak to the ladies. So what I'm about to ask, and like I said, excuse my ignorance, but what I'm about to ask, my wife wanted me to make sure I let everybody know I'm not asking for me. But since the climate and the direction that we're going in American society now is that basically, as a man, I have to be responsible for teaching younger men and other men certain rules and certain things of how we should deal with the opposite sex. Ladies, what are the rules of engagement when a man wants to approach and speak to a woman in public? And the reason why I ask this question, because, and I said this to my wife, I understand why women could be defensive, because some women, they feel like you have to speak to a man, like if you say good morning beautiful or whatever, hey, how you doing, because you don't know what this guy's gonna do. The guy might just be like, oh man, why you gotta be like that, blah blah blah, or he might try to punch you in your mouth. And so you feel like you have to do certain things just because you don't know what this guy's gonna do, because I've started searching and seeing and hearing about certain situations that is very tragic, and it makes me wish I could punch these guys in their mouths. But I mentioned the rules of engagement because certain things are kind of confusing. Like, for example, I've heard stories of when a man comes up, speaks to a woman, just say, hey, I like that dress you have on, and it looks very good on you, have a nice day. And he going about his business, and she wish he would have stayed to have a longer conversation. But then there's some guys, as soon as he come up, you already know, just like, I don't want to talk to this guy. So it's like, I could tell guys, hey, if you see a lady, she looks attractive, and you just want to compliment her on the fact that she looks beautiful, say what you need to say, and then keep it moving. Like, go on, walk away, go wherever else you need to go or whatnot, because, she could be there with somebody else. It's just not that day, that time, or, whatever. But is there anything other information I need to tell them where if the lady might be interested and might want him to keep going? Are there any signs, clues, context? Because sometimes, and like I said, excuse my ignorance, but sometimes I feel like it's like a laundry list, or sometimes it's like you don't know, because you have to know, like, if she does these 4 different signs, then she's interested. But if she doesn't give you sign number 1, like eye contact, or she just shows body demeanor, she doesn't want to be bothered, then you need to go on about your business. But then who knows, you might have said something to change the mindset. Because I don't know, most of you all haven't seen this, but I did a video called The Green Line Chronicles, where there's a green line here in the DMV, specifically in Maryland, Branch Avenue. I just talk about the wild things that I've seen on the Green Line. Well, one, I did a story called Miss Green, because I don't know what her actual name was, about how when I wanted to tell her that she seemed like a lady who carries herself well, but I made sure I had my script ready of what I was gonna say to let her know I wasn't trying to hit on her. I just wanted to give her a compliment and keep it moving. But unfortunately, I caught her on a bad day. But she admitted it. But then after that, because I kind of felt self-conscious and wishing I never said anything in the first place, when I saw her after that, it was awkward for me. Probably wasn't awkward for her, but it was awkward for me. But I say all that to say, so when it comes to speaking to someone of the opposite sex in public, should it just be say what you need to say and keep it moving? Do you try to figure out like if it's due for a conversation? Like I said, I've been in grocery stores. Ladies have started up conversations with me. We talk about how long the line is. It leads to something else, or football season, or whatever. But I always let them start the conversation. I don't say anything. One, for obvious reasons. But so I don't know. Let me know in the conversation below. I'm ignorant about these things. Like I said, I'm the guy. I speak. I say what I have to say, and I keep it moving. What you want? Oh, that's you. I thought that was one of my kids. I told them that this wasn't for me. This is for what I had to tell other guys. So I'm not trying to get myself in trouble.
First of all, I'm trying to figure out, why are you trying to figure out how to hit on other women?
I'm not talking about hitting on women, but like I said,
what other women are you talking to?
Like I said, it's not for me. But here's the narrative. Men are being told, men, you need to teach your sons, your boys, however, this. So I want to know then, what is it you want us to tell them? Because I can't just tell them, hey, make sure you treat a woman with respect. Make sure you treat her as, you're equal. Be kind, be, mindful. Treat her like a lady. Okay, those bases are covered. But then after that, let's say a guy finds a woman that's attractive that he wants to get to know her. What's the rules of engagement? What am I supposed to tell them? Hey man, you just gotta figure it out.
That's right. I figured it out. I'm married.
So
there are no other women that exist. I don't know what to do.
But how do I help get the men to that point? That's what I'm trying to do. But I won't know unless I ask the ladies, how do I teach them, or what do I tell them? Because I did it through social media. Well, if you want to call AOL that social media, but that's how I did it.
Well, I'm not helping you talk to other women.
I'm not. But that's it. I'm going to finish this conversation with my wife. You all leave your comments in the comment section below. Help me out. Y'all heard what she had to say in the background about that.
Don't help him. Don't help him. He don't need no help.
But that's it. So as always, be wise. And until I see you all next time, have a great day. Oh, you making me wish I would have did this video with you in it. That was funny.